In the last couple of years, I've reviewed and created a lot of early retirement plans. And one of the most common problems that I see is not that people have failed to save or don't have enough money, it's that they saved into the wrong mix of accounts. They did what everyone says to do. They invested consistently, they maxed out the 401k, they built the Roth. But when they want to retire before age 59 and a half, there's one thing missing. A way to access money before 59 and a half without a bunch of strings attached. Let me show you what I mean. Most people build their retirement around two account types. First is the pre-tax, and this is going to be your 401ks, traditional IRAs, 403bs, and so on. And these reduce taxable income going in, and taxes are deferred until withdrawal. The second is the tax-free bucket, and this is going to be the Roth 401k and Roth IRA. And you pay taxes before you make the contribution, and it grows tax-free. However, if those are the only two buckets you have, then you have a problem if you want to retire before 59 and a half, because the IRS says that you can't touch either without paying the 10% early distribution penalty. Except the Roth, but depleting it early kind of defeats the point of the tax-free compounding. And yes, there's always ways to access money like Rule of 55 and 72T, which we help our clients with all the time who want to make work optional before 59 and a half. So if you need a plan to bridge the early retirement income gap, click the link in the description to talk with me. But most people really only need those strategies because they didn't build the third account type. And this is the one that truly bridges the gap between early retirement and 59 and a half. And if you haven't guessed it yet, I'm going to tell you why I love taxable brokerage accounts for early retirement. They aren't perfect, and they don't have the same creditor protections as a 401k or IRA. They can also generate dividends, interest, and capital gain distributions from mutual funds, whether you want them or not. But when they're used correctly, they solve a very specific early retirement problem. They give you some control over taxes and income. If you sell $90,000 from a taxable brokerage account, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have $90,000 of taxable income, because part of that sale is simply your own cost basis coming back to you. So if you sell $90,000 of stock and $45,000 is basis, then only $45,000 of that is taxable gain. And if you're married with no other income, that gain will qualify for the 0% long-term capital gains rate, and you'll pay $0 in federal tax. That's a very different result than pulling $90,000 from a traditional IRA, where every dollar is generally ordinary income. And unless an exception applies, you'll also owe the 10% early distribution penalty before age 59 and a half. And that penalty alone is $9,000 before factoring in an additional $6,400 in income taxes for over $15,000 of taxes and penalties on that withdrawal. But here's the part that most people miss. Cash flow isn't the same thing as taxable income. Both accounts created the same $90,000 of cash with very different tax results. But the brokerage account does more than fund spending. It can also create a Roth conversion window. And the idea is to live off of taxable assets while keeping taxable income artificially low. And this creates a window before Social Security where you might be able to convert traditional IRA dollars to Roth in the 10% or 12% brackets, which can reduce future RMDs, increase tax-free assets, and give you more flexibility later in retirement. And something else subtle but important to note is that your original investment amount, what we call cost basis, never adjusts for inflation. So $1 of basis from years ago is still worth just $1 today, even though inflation has eroded its purchasing power. So by using your taxable accounts as an early retirement bridge, you're harvesting that basis while it still has maximum value, rather than letting inflation eat away at it over time and potentially paying taxes later on gains that are partly just inflation. And finally, using taxable assets can just simplify future planning. Taxable accounts can create income that you don't fully control, like dividends, interest and capital gains distributions from mutual funds. So by drawing them down during the early retirement years, you might be able to reduce future taxable income, make modified adjusted gross income easier to manage, and create cleaner planning around Roth conversions, ACA tax credits, and future withdrawals. So when I say the taxable brokerage account is the bridge account, I don't just mean that it gets you from age 57 to 59 and a half. I mean that it can bridge your entire tax strategy. It can help you avoid unnecessary penalties. It can open the door for bargain-priced Roth conversions, as well as giving you more control over how your retirement income shows up on your tax return. But the taxable brokerage is the one account that people often forget about until they wish they had it. See you next time.